is João, and I'm presenting RDFixer. That is a project that was developed by a multidisciplinary team comprising computer vision researchers, medical specialists, and more recently, business people. So you probably know that minimally invasive surgery dramatically reduces patients' trauma. What you don't know is that these procedures are extremely difficult to execute. The doctors have to undergo a long training curve, and 60% of the clinical errors are due to deficient visual perception of the operating field. Accurate depth perception is crucially to correctly perform these surgeries. And very recently, 3D visualization was introduced for the first time in endoscopy. However, this technology is in a very early market stage. It can only be used in laparoscopy that uses larger size lenses that can accommodate the two optical channels, and it changes the existing surgical routine by, for instance, forcing the doctors to use 3D goggles. We found out that we can dramatically improve depth perception without having to replace the existing 2D system by a new 3D device. So this is possible because endoscope clamps use very small optics that introduce an image geometric deformation called radial distortion that hinders depth perception. You can see in here in the example in the top an original endoscopic image that shows something that resembles like a spherical surface. And if we remove the distortion, you clearly see that you have a planar grid in the scene. So RDFixer is a software running in a dedicated add-on device that we call the RD box that receives as input the endoscopic video stream, corrects the distortion, and outputs the images in the display, as you can see in the video. So we are talking about a patent-pending technology with proved clinical benefits in terms of surgical execution that can be used with any type of equipment and in any time of missed procedure, and very importantly, enhances depth perception at 5% the cost of a new 3D system. In terms of market, we will primarily target the specialties that use small size lenses, for which there is no 3D solution and the distortion is particularly strong, which represent 10,000 devices sold per year. And if we consider that RD box will be sold by $7,500, we are talking about an annual addressable market of 75 million, to which we must add all the legacy equipment that it's already deployed in hospitals. So we are looking for a first round of 125K to hire personnel that will be followed in 12 months by a Series A round to boost global sales. In the long run, we expect that doctors will start demanding distortion-free endoscopy, which will put the pressure on the manufacturers to adopt RDFixer as a standard and natively run our software in their equipment, either 2D or 3D. Thank you very much.